did McKenna just not quite have it tonight, or were they capitalizing on things and getting good swings on it, or was she just that off?
I don't know. I mean, I'll have to go watch video. It's hard to say sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment. I mean, you see she made some really, really good pitches, and then pitches not as good, and they hit it hard. So, I mean, if you look, they're 5 and 6 is what really did the most damage on us. I mean, for the most part, we handled their top of their lineup. Just 5 and 6 got us pretty good.
Seemed like you guys were, I don't want to say giving mood exactly, but between a fielder's choice that then allows things to get away a little bit. I'm not going to criticize too much about a bases loaded, hit by pitch and walk under the circumstance. The counts get deep, and Jordan has the control that she has. It's tough spots, but in those moments, those are the innings that compound, and then feeling wise and things there, then giving more than you were able to take tonight.
Yeah, I thought we gave some things away. There's some things on defense that we needed to be tougher with. I mean, our defense is our foundation. We're really strong on defense, and I just thought we had some miscues that weren't like us tonight, that kind of allowed things to continue versus getting out of it. And then just hit by pitch and 2 walks as well. You know, can't do that. We can't put people on like free passes and then balls leaving the yard. I mean, that's it right there. Those things right there, you can't do that and expect to win.
It seems the team has shown the resiliency and the ability to come back lots, but do you think that's maybe led to a little complacency, because they seem to be slower out of the gate because of that reliance on being able to come back? Is there any opportunity to jumpstart them and get them going earlier?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely. I agree. It's just we're slow to come out of the gate, and then we end up running out of innings. You know, that's kind of what happened to us tonight, is we run out of innings. So yes, it's about being able to come out of the gate offensively, being able to come out of the gate defensively and on the mound. You know, pitching wise, it's not about strikeouts. It's not about no hitters. It's about simply just giving us a chance to win the ball game. That's it. And we just didn't give ourselves enough of an opportunity to win the ball game.
In the last couple of weeks, my tabletop metrics, I know that analytics are something you guys look at a lot more, so you have more depth, but it seems like you guys are jumping on pitches a lot earlier than when you've had success earlier in the year. You guys are taking a lot more pitches, being able to see what the pitcher has, especially last week, but today in particular, in a couple of innings, 1-pitch swings, especially on a new pitcher. Is that a change in scheme and offensive plan, or is that just the batters are kind of seeing something and they're taking advantage instead of going farther into the counts?
Yeah, no, I think, one thing I don't want to do is hold these guys down. If they have an opportunity to get something early, I want them to go after it, but if that's the case, we need to put a charge in the ball versus first pitch pop-up or first pitch jam shot. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'd rather us take the pitch knowing that we're not on time versus just 1 pitch get ourselves out. So I think with that, if we're going to jump on something early, then we need to put something into it. So I agree with you on that.
How much of that, Missy, just because, to that point, I think the strike zone percentage is probably going to be a little bit misleading for them tonight, because a lot of the first pitch strikes are on first pitch swings. I mean, a lot of counts where she actually got, true pitches in, and the counts got beyond first pitch. She wasn't dominating the strike zone early on in that way. So how much of that is discretionary to the hitter, and how much of that is a strategy point that you just tell all of them, like, if it's there, go with it, or is that purely discretionary, or is there later in the lineup are you telling them to actually try to work the count with it?
I just think each hitter has their plan, and we're through the pack now, so I trust in these guys and their plans and what they're trying to do. So it's just executing. I feel like offensively we didn't execute early on. Then we started putting charges in the ball started leaving the yard, starting to hit the ball hard. Only thing I would say offensively is being able to do that sooner than later. We just took too long. And then just pitching, give us an opportunity to win the ball game. Defense, stay strong in what you do. They're gonna hit some balls hard, but this defense is good enough to handle that as well. So.
Will it be Stevie tomorrow?
We'll see. We'll look at video tomorrow and see what's gonna be our best matchup, but I would probably think so.
Rachel had 2 hits Sunday, and her out was hit hard, and then a couple more, including a homer today. Is she doing something right that you'd like to see other kids follow her lead?
Yeah, she's seeing the ball well right now. She's getting good pitches to hit. Like, she's just in a great place offensively, where early in the year, you know, she was still trying to get there, and now she's just there. She knows what she wants to do. I feel her as a veteran at the plate, you know, just where early on she wasn't quite there yet, and she's there, and it's nice to see. We need her. I mean, that's what she's here to do, is to be explosive for us. So love Val coming off the bench with a big bomb. You know, we're explosive. We just need to get there sooner.
She didn't get it. Val didn't get a ton of bats last weekend, but then she obviously kept herself ready. What has she been doing to keep herself ready for a moment like that?
She's been doing the same thing she's been doing all year. She puts the work in. She's the first one here. She's the last one to leave. All she does is swing, swing, swing. And I think too, you look at that stretch where she was really hot, and then she started to cool down. And when she was cooling down, she was behind the plate every single game. And I think it just got her legs a little bit. And now she's had some time with her and Tara switching off to be able to get her legs back and have some power behind her swing. So it was really nice to see her do that.
Another offer for KK today. I know you moved her into the 9 spot last week in
Mhm.
UCLA, and she had a hit in that one. Can you just talk about what you're seeing from her right now?
Yeah, just trying to get her to find her way. She's another one that's explosive and just, you know, having some struggles right now, but I'm a big believer in KK. I think she's a great athlete, great competitor, and sometimes you look at Rachel, it just took one weekend, you know, or it took a game for her to get back on track, and I think the same thing for KK. It's just continuing to put her out, you know, get her out there, and she's gonna get back to what she knows how to do.
She's so vocal out on the field too, and you know, she seems to be an energy leader. Do you take that into account when you're judging her performance too? There's value there, kind of subjective value too, that she brings on the field that kind of cements her role that way.
She wants to win. She is a competitor, and I love what she says on the field and how she goes about her business, and you know, these other guys respond around it. I think for her, she just needs to take a breath, get up to the plate, and just, you know, not try to do too much. Just be simple with what she does. She's explosive at the plate, so I'm very confident in her.
Overall game planning, when you're playing a team like ASU that does have power, you know, almost 50% of their hits are extra bases, roughly. Is there anything that you do in your pitch calling to take that into account and maybe keep it lower in the zone, or is that just the pitchers are going to pitch their best pitch and you don't really worry about it?
You know, I think each pitcher is different, so they're going to have their different pitches that they're going to throw. The most important thing is when you have a team like that, you've got to be able to distort their timing. And if you allow them to stay on time, it be similar timing from pitch to pitch, I think that's when they're going to hit you hard. You've got to be able to disrupt them at the plate. You could see we did disrupt them at the plate, and then when we didn't, they hit it pretty hard. So it's just being more consistent with that.
Anything else?
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we'll see you guys.